everybody, and welcome back to the farm. It's been a while. I'll give y'all a little update, and we got to do a little work. So I haven't used the square baler in a couple of years now. We got done getting some hay up a few weeks ago, so we got a good bit of hay, I think, hopefully enough to do us in here and in the other parts of the barn. I know you can't really see that far back. Been cleaning up a little bit. I want to get some of this junk out of the way. Move my truck bed. It was down here below this baler, and it was growed up pretty bad. So it's getting kind of growed up around here. You can see we never had problem with grass around these barns. I don't know if y'all can tell all that grass around this pile of junk up there. Back when that tree was good, it always stayed so shady we didn't have to worry about grass growing under it, but now it's crabgrass has took over. All right, so the task for the day is I've got another bush hog I purchased. I don't know if it's a bush hog, but it is a rotary mower I bought from my aunt. My aunt's husband passed away a few months ago, and he had this bush hog, I'm gonna call it a bush hog, on the back of his tractor, and she didn't like it because it's too long and the drive shaft was kind of wonky on it. But it's got a really nice deck on it. It is pretty long, but it's got a heavy duty tail. And everything's in pretty good shape except for the drive shaft. So the job today is to change out this drive shaft. So let's get out here in the light where we can see something, and I'll show you what I'm going to put on it. Alright, so now we can see things a little better. You can see that this way this is made is not really a good idea. This gearbox is made for a slip clutch. It ain't really made for this type of setup. This would be, you know, I guess you could say that is a shear pin setup, because even if this pin's sheared, this gearbox is splined, unless this was not splined, this would stay connected to the gearbox. So that would not be a good idea to have on a bush hog. I think the way they got it is they just got these two halves bolted together with a modified shaft here. Somebody took a pipe and made it a little longer, and of course a long shaft here. So if you follow me on Instagram a while back, I put a brand new drive shaft on our other bush hog, our real bush hog, and I just took a picture of it because it's so hot. It's 94 degrees out here today. There's no shade, and I've got to be close to the power outlet because with these slip clutches, I have to grind a place on each side of that spline shaft for bolts to go down to bolt the clutch onto the shaft here. So that's what I'm going to do today. And so first thing, I got to take this little nut off, this bolt out right here, and see if that thing will slide off. We'll see if it's splined or if it's you know, just a pipe. If it's just a pipe, then they was using that for a you know, a shear pin. Okay, so of course nothing go to plan. So I couldn't get this thing to slide off, so I took the other end of it off and looked in, and I thought, shoot, that looks like it's welded. But upon further looking, I think that's just where they welded the collar into the shaft here. So I think maybe we can get it to break free. Well, I say it ain't welded, but I ain't gonna swear to it. That thing has not moved. Where's the hickey at? I can't see through this viewfinder, but hopefully y'all can see that that bolt hole is perfectly still lined up, and you can see daylight through it after all that beating. So something is definitely not right. So what I think I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to cut this sleeve off, and I'm just gonna take my grinder and a cut off wheel, and we'll just try to cut one side, and if that don't work, we'll cut the other side. It's just too hot to be out here beating on this thing. I think we got real lucky. I ended up cutting that all the way through, and I was able to beat it off, you know, with the sledgehammer. And I was afraid I was going to have to cut the other side, but those little cutting wheels, they do a good job. So I think what I did, I think I ended up cutting into a groove there. Not too bad, not too bad. I think that'll work. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit, and it looks like it's already set up for a bolt. So hopefully I won't even have to grind on it. Hopefully that thing will slide up there, and I can put the 2 bolts in, one on each side. And it'll be down there almost too much to hash forward, and I have to cut off the shaft. I had to cut about 3 inches off both sides of the other one. So I'm gonna get it out of the box here. This shaft, it weighs a ton. I'll get it out of the box, and I'll bring it back. All right, well, here she be. Supposed to be 2 bolts in here, but there was a big hole in the box, so I only got 1. So UPS probably got a bolt and nut laying in their truck somewhere. Really, 1's enough. These kind of clamp together. You can see they're split. But I will go ahead and find 2. These are metric 8.8s with a nylon lock and nut, so they're good bolts. I just hope it's short enough. So I'm gonna slide it on there, and we'll get it up here. And wish I had my tripod, but doing it with my phone is hard to handle and do it at the same time. All right, that thing fit like a glove. I wish I had that other bolt on the end there. It did anyway. I hadn't checked the total length. I thought I'd bring you along, so we'll see if we can do it one-handed. It looks like it's gonna work. I believe it will. This bush hog's a lot deeper than our other one. Look how much that thing's got, a ton of room. That's probably gonna be one of the few drive shafts I haven't had to cut. So I'm gonna tighten up this bolt, try to find another one that'll fit. I think about a 1/2 inch work, and we'll try it out and see what it does.